People are telling me they were crack lighters because you can make the flame go so long on those.
Oh.
That's how you get down in it, I guess. If you got that Glass D. Jones, boy. Now, if you listen to the show on iHeartRadio outside of Ohio, tell me where you do that. We'll put you on the map of Bureau Chiefs. I always like when people take a minute to inform me of their relocation as well. Dustin has been a longtime bureau chief in Duluth, Georgia. But now he is in Pendergrass, Georgia. I don't know. I updated the map. He asked me to do so. I don't know how far away one is from the other, but there it is.
Duluth and Pendergrass?
Duluth, Georgia, and Pendergrass, Georgia. He just built himself a brand new house from the ground up, and so now he's in Pendergrass, Georgia. That is Dustin down there. Mike is a listener in Covington, Virginia. Quayon and Matt are in San Francisco.
36 miles.
There you go. Well, you know the area, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Brian and Kaylin are in Charleston, South Carolina. Alicia's brand new in Ypsi. Who else? Jenny is in Craig, Colorado.
That's the other thing I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I guess I don't need to do this on air. But I want to take some stickers with me in case anybody comes to shows when I'm like out in crazy places.
Absolutely.
Because I had a dude come to the show in La Crosse that I was talking about yesterday where the lady was like, oh, I was at a bar and this guy was shooting up the place. He was like, I've been meaning to ask Alan for a sticker. And I was like, I got to carry those with me.
Yeah, I'll give you some.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, more incentive, guys. Come to shows out of state.
Yeah!
Get an Alan Cox Show sticker.
And if you have emailed me from out of state for a sticker, I appreciate your patience.
It's the holiday rush.
It is the holiday rush.
A lot going on.
A lot of back orders.
I will get those out, yes. Also today we announced the Alan Cox Show 10th anniversary special is going to be a live show at Slim and Chubby's in Strongsville. That's going to be on Monday, December the 16th. Do whatever you have to do to take that day off and join us. We'll be doing the live show from 2 to 6:30 down there, all courtesy of Bud Light. It will be the final live show of 2019 until we return on Monday, January the 6th, 2020, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So we're going to have guests and prizes and surprises, prizes and surprises in every direction. But it has been unbelievably... to the day, it will be my 10th anniversary here at WMMS. Neat. And, of course, I owe that to the audience.
How do you feel?
Huh?
How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Don't answer that until it's the 10th anniversary.
Fine.
What is this
you gotta
word?
say something for the
But
big
it could
show.
be, like, excited.
What is this word feel of which she speaks, Bill? What?
It's
one of
something
your-
that girls do.
Am I pronouncing it correctly? Feel? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
F-E-E-L.
Feel.
Yes. It's this
Yeah.
thing that girls do to annoy everybody.
We get field.
How do I feel about having been here for 10 years?
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate.
That's awesome.
That means that I have been on the air in Cleveland longer than I have been on the air anywhere else. In my storied broadcasting career, which
What's
will
second?
be Pittsburgh,
How long were you on there?
7.5 years.
Man, I'm coming up on that.
Bill is too, yeah. What,
I'll be
February?
February, it'll be 7 years.
7 years.
Mm-hmm.
January.
So Bill
What-
is coming up.
And it still feels like I've been on the show for like 2 years. So when I think back and like I'll see something and I'll be like, that's 5 years ago. Oh yeah, I was on the show then. Like everything's pre-show, post-show.
Yeah.
So if I was on the show, I'm like, wow, that seemed like it was a longer time ago, or like it seemed like it was a shorter time ago, but it's been quite some time now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
The third week of January is when I quit my job in bartending, so I've been almost a full year without, like, just in a creative type of field between here and comedy, which is crazy too.
Not working a square job. So yeah, so I'm very excited that we're going to be doing that, and we'd love to have you guys come out. So if you are anywhere in the neighborhood of Slim and Chubby's in Strongsville on the 16th,
And even if you're not,
even
Make
if
a
you're
Travel
not,
trip.
for it.
Make
get a
Travel.
hotel,
come on.
hang out, we can party.
I'll drive you back. No, I won't.
You're driving me that day.
I'm driving you that day. That's
How
fine.
are you? You're driving him.
I can drive that day, yeah.
No, you're
I'm
gonna
gonna have
drive
to
that day
call off
'cause
work.
I still
I'll drive
I
you
still got my
guys.
show later that night that I'll need you to drop me off at.
Okay,
but
that's fine.
I'll need to, but I don't want to be driving.
Well, I'm not drinking either, but I still want to ride with you and use your gas.
How's that going? Use your gas. Oh yeah, I'll pick you up. Yeah, no worries.
No, I'll
Yeah,
come to you. I just
use
don't
your
want to
gas.
drive to the spot. I'll come to you. That's not a problem. I live right by Rocky River.
How's your whole 30 going?
Fine. Oh my gosh, I already lost 13 pounds.
13.
13?
Good for you.
Did you get a haircut too? You look like your hair looks different or something.
Yes, I got a haircut.
Did you stop using the Rogaine?
I have the minoxidil. I don't have the finasteride.
Oh, okay. Well, now what does that do? What difference does it make?
Well, one kind of like reboosts your follicles. The other one is just the follicles that are there. It just makes them grow. So if you don't have if your follicles are weak or they're not growing as much as they should,
And how are your follicles?
I think they're fine. Are you telling me something different?
I just looked at you before the
Am I
show.
okay?
Did you just get it shaved or something?
The sides look
It
shorter.
looks
yeah.
real short.
I just got it cut. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I literally
All right.
just got it cut on Sunday.
Okay.
Yep.
We got our photos next week, so we all gonna be looking good.
Well, that's why I wanted
Oh,
it
no.
cut. I didn't want to look like a bum.
I understand.
Ooh, should I dye my hair real quick?
Yeah.
That's
What
why.
color?
Box hair.
You want to
dye,
do
yeah.
it?
Yes, of course.
What color?
Bottle blonde.
Can I cut it too?
No, you cannot cut it. I'll let you dye it. You can't cut it.
All right.
That's essentially why I got
Get an
everything done.
asymmetrical bob.
Ooh, okay.
That was my nickname in college.
Asymmetrical bob.
I got
Go bottle blonde for.
What does that mean? I've never heard
pictures.
that. Bottle blonde.
Bleach.
Bleached blonde.
Bleach blonde. Yes,
Yeah.
I've been there multiple times.
Oh, I've seen those Throwback Thursday photos. She's all
Yeah.
tanned up and blonde.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
I was a cheerleader. I don't know if you knew that about me, but I was a cheerleader.
Did you guys
for
have a dance team, too?
14 years. In college, I was on the dance team in high school. We only had it for 1 year.
I didn't know if there's always like a rivalry between the cheerleaders and the dance team.
No, a lot of us did both.
Ah, okay.
At least
See,
in
at
high
our school, there was the cheerleaders, and then there was I guess they were kind of a dance team, but they were looked down upon as the
People who couldn't
lesser-
hack it as
Yeah.
The flag
Yeah.
line.
Yeah,
That was what the
something like
flag
that.
line. No offense to anyone who was on flag line.
My favorite rivalry was between the swimming team, the diving team, and then the water polo team.
Oh, we didn't have water polo.
We didn't either.
Who the hell tries to take the top spot in that triumvirate?
I don't know. Whoever.
I
I'm
just
on
was
the
the
water
same.
polo team. Marco.
Everybody would always shave their whole bodies. The swimmers, they would wait until
know.
states, and then they would shave everything.
I always thought that you competitively swam.
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 I always feel like that was an excuse to shave your body. Like you
Why
worked
would you need an
you worked
excuse?
backwards.
You
were
wanted to shave
because it wasn't
first.
always cool. Like I've been shaving my sack for 25 years. You know what I
wants a
mean?
hairy sack?
I'm talking. I came up in the age of the metrosexual, so
People
it
like
was
a hairy
not
sack.
cool for a long time. People thought you were
A puss?
Were you gay?
if you were shaven, but it was just more comfortable. I think there were people who wanted to shave their bodies and needed a reason to do it, so
So
they
they
go, I'm going to
joined the
competitively
swimming
swim.
team?
Yeah.
Well, that was the same rumor that went around for people who ran track. Like, oh, I shaved my legs so it's more aerodynamic, which it is. But
If you were moving at 100 miles an
that
hour,
doesn't
maybe.
that's what
matter.
I'm saying. So I'm
A
like,
running speed, you're not going to get, it's a photo finish because he shaved his legs.
exactly. Because
What if the long leg hair would have put you over before them? Now
That
you really
coefficient of
screwed
drag is a
yourself.
bitch, son.
but now that I think about it, when I look at all the runners throughout history, I never see them with a bush. I never see them with a bushel on their legs.
No.
They don't have any leg hair. So they do. If they're trying to do that professionally, then fine. But the guys I knew, I'm like, all right, bro. You do the 200. That's
Yeah,
all you
right.
do. And you're going
Doing
to
a
shave your leg hair.
4x4 relay. I don't think you need to shave all your legs.
Passing the damn baton.
Right.
Get out of here.
Pass the razor.
Boy, Poundcake Cody got so much faster from last year. What'd he do? Shaved his legs.
Shaved
Shut
and
up.
Legs
douched.
is all it took.
Not even his legs,
Mm-hmm.
his arms. Shave my neck.
A lot of people are also asking me if I will be podcasting the best of shows. I will be doing that while we're over on the holiday break. So just FYI, because 3 weeks is a long time to be gone. So I will be doing. I don't like to
And I
call them
think we're gonna
podcasts because
do-
they're not, but I mean I will be dropping those replays.
I think
Yes.
we're gonna do some live streams too, just me and Mary and maybe Poundcake if he wants.
There
to
you
come
go.
in. Just to have something because it's a long
That's
time
3
to be
weeks.
off.
That's 3 full
I'll
weeks,
totally
man.
do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do it immediately after the show, but I'll happily give some updates on everything after I get back.
So me and Mary, I'll do it. No, what days do you leave?
I literally the day after the show, the 17th,
Okay.
at 5:30 a.m. I'm gone
Well,
till
then-
Christmas.
Then I'm gone the following week.
Oh,
so
we're screwed. I'm not gonna be there.
You're not gonna be there. It'll be Mary and I'll do
maybe
1 week.
you guys
Ready.
can FaceTime me in. I can do it that way.
That's not that important.
Provide my
I think
content.
they'll probably get along just fine. A lot of people. I thought this was an old story that was sent to me, but it is not. It's only about a week old. Hot on the heels, if you'll pardon the pun, of the liquefied fecal matter that a guy is pouring over people on the campus of University of Toronto. is a woman out in Los Angeles who said that she is now suffering from PTSD 7 months after a man ambushed her with a bucket of hot diarrhea.
Hot
Diarrhea, not warm. Hot.
Oh my God.
Why do you get hot diarrhea?
She was in her car on Hollywood
You make it.
Boulevard after eating Thai food. You'd think she would have been the creator of hot
Right.
diarrhea, not the recipient of. She had just left a Thai restaurant. She was in her car on Hollywood Boulevard when a man dragged her out of her vehicle and into the middle of the street, at which point he dumped a bucket of hot diarrhea on her. She said, I was soaked. It was coming off my eyelashes and into my eyes.
Whoa.
Paramedics who came up to treat me said there was so much of it on me, it looked like the man had been saving up for a month.
Oh my God.
Just
She
take
has
me
to
out.
go in every 3 months to be tested for infectious diseases.
Do you sit in your car with your doors locked or unlocked?
No, mine are
Locked, I would assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm sitting there and I'm like eating food or just like chilling in my car,
See?
my doors are locked,
That's
and
why I
it's
don't-
not because I think someone's gonna come up and please
Spill
themselves
hot
in front,
diarrhea?
yeah, do anything like this. But you just don't want someone to be able to get at you when you're not paying attention.
This is why I don't.
So
eat
I
in my
can't
car.
believe that she's sitting there in her car with her doors unlocked.
This is my worst nightmare.
We've got some breaking news.
Alan Cox Show! Exclusive news update!
I would have never seen this coming because I thought, boy, this is the one that's really going to do something. But Kamala Harris is dropping out of the presidential
saw
race.
Yeah, you didn't
Oh,
see
yeah, I saw
that?
that, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow.
She was really last, and I think it.
But all these other people that are still hanging on that are, I mean, isn't Marianne Williamson technically still in
No,
the running
she's
for
out.
this? I don't ever see, I
They
didn't see
kicked
anything.
her out, and she can't even debate anymore.
No, that's different. You can still run. This Steve Bullock guy, he just dropped out. There was a guy named Joe Sestak who made the news. They go, he's suspending his presidential campaign. I go, I never even heard of this guy.
Yeah.
And he's
You're
running
not
for
one
president.
of those stacky hacks.
Oh my gosh.
But
Not one of the stackers?
you know, this Steve Bullock, who was the governor of Montana, he was running for a little while. He got in late, finally decided to get out. But they're still selling merch on his campaign website. And it's like, you know, believe in Steve. But they're selling a ski cap that says Trump skis in jeans. Which I just think is a funny line. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's true or not. So Kamala Harris, who a lot of people, I said early on, I go, I think she'll be the one to beat. And I was thinking of it purely in binary terms, like who could Trump have a harder time debate? He's not going to debate anybody. He's not going to do debates. But you know, black woman, it's harder to kind of, that's a moving target. But she just couldn't get the traction that she thought she'd get. But I thought she'd hang on longer.
Yeah.
Because there's other people in there who should be out by now who are hanging on.
I think her nail in the coffin was that campaign aide telling the world that it was such an unorganized campaign, and
I don't
blah,
think
blah,
there was
blah.
any nail in the coffin. I just don't think she got the traction. Like, I think Amy Klobuchar is real sharp too, but she can't seem to get any kind of
Too
traction
many
with
cooks
people.
in the kitchen right now, where
There's so
people are
many.
just waiting for it to be pared down to a few. But
I mean,
it's just
Cory
even
Booker
then,
should
yeah.
be hanging it up. He's not going anywhere. I'm
No,
just.
he'll be done.
I'm not
soon.
surprised she's dropping out. I'm surprised she's dropping out this soon.
So who's your top three then, Alan?
who the people that I like
Well,
are not going to be the people who are going to be.
I'm just saying, who do you think is more likely to get the nomination?
Probably Joe Biden.
So
and I'll tell you what, it makes me very, very nervous because I
It
think
sure
Joe
does.
Biden's a nice guy.
I don't think
But
he has
Jesus, he's got. You see, he's got the no malarkey bus.
Yeah.
He's got a bus.
Well, he's trying to connect with the youth, Alan.
Malarkey?
Listen, first of all, I don't know if it's my Irish heritage or whatever. I love the word malarkey.
Malarkey is a great
I
word.
love
Malarkey is not a
rigmarole.
great word.
I love shenanigans. I love lollygag. I mean, I
Lollygag's
probably
a good one.
heard my
Malarkey.
family using those words. But, Joe Biden, you might recall years ago, John McCain had the Straight Talk Express when he was running for president years ago. This is when he was alive, Bill.
Right.
John McCain had the Straight Talk Express where journalists could ride with him or whatever, and he'd give them straight talk, and he'd tell them you whatever.
Is this the no malarkey mobile?
It's a bus. It's
I
a
just-
tour bus. It says, Joe, no malarkey. All these people are just on Twitter like, all the kids at the malt shop are going to flip their lips over this one. I'm like, this guy.
That's just what we need, a tough-talking politician that don't take no guff.
I like Joe Biden, but Jesus Christ. I mean, every time this guy looks like he should turn left, he turns right. And you're like, man, I hope first of all, no one in that field should be too overconfident
And also-
that they got the goods. I mean, there's no breakaway candidate.
He's hanging
here.
on to
What's
Obama.
wrong? But what's wrong with a little bit of malarkey?
No malarkey, Bill.
Just like a smidge of malarkey.
no baloney. No nothing.
Now, baloney, I don't mind. But malarkey, I'll be goddamn, Bill, if you're going to bring malarkey into my sphere of influence. No, thank you.
No haberdasheries.
And I'll tell you what, this is one of the least covered aspects of this entire race.
The malarkey?
The malarkey index,
The
Bill. I'm
malarkey
telling
meter?
you, nobody's talking about the malarkey index, right? It's traded publicly. Go look at the New York Stock Exchange. Malarkey
Malarkey?
is doing great. And here
All-time
comes
highs in malarkey.
here comes Joe Biden saying, "Nope, the age of malarkey is over." So, I mean, on the one hand,
He's old. He's just
they're all old.
Everybody's old.
Yeah.
They're
I know,
all
but, like,
old. I'm just saying that,
It's one thing to look old, but he acts old too.
I don't know that he acts old. I don't know.
No, he acts old.
Well,
He's
okay,
acts super old.
he's old. I'm just saying that, you don't want to put no malarkey on your bus.
Well, he means no malarkey.
That is a rolling OK boomer billboard right there, is what that is. Oh, that's funny. All right, kids, no malarkey from Uncle Joe here. I mean, when you go on social media, did you ever think you'd see hashtag no malarkey?
Of course. I was just waiting for this day.
God.
It's about
He seems
time.
like he's gonna hand out pennies for Halloween. Like,
No, better yet, it'd be a popcorn ball.
A popcorn ball or Bit-O Honey or those
Right.
black and orange peanut butter twists or whatever.
People are listening. You're like, I do that for Halloween. How dare they?
Gather round, kids. All right, I want to go through the football picks.
All the way.
Week 13.
Football all the way. Yeah, wouldn't you say? Football all the way. Football all the way. Football all the way. Yeah, wouldn't you say? Football all the way.
Because, boy, did Terry the Goat crap the bed this week. She got a little bit over her skis and made 12 picks this week. And I always like to wait until Monday Night Football is over so we can get the full scope of everything. She went 4-8 this week
woof.
because she miscalled the Monday Night Football game. She picked the Vikings over the Seahawks. Seahawks won that game. She picked the Steelers over the Browns. That was right. The Texans upset, beat the Patriots.
That was a good game.
That was a good game. The Titans over the Colts. The Bills over the Cowboys. Those are the only 4 games she got correct. Terry is a goat out in Carlton, PA. Al is our bureau chief out there, and each week he has sent us her picks. And boy, it has been a roller coaster
It really
of emotion.
has.
There have been ebbs and flows and
Ups
peaks and
and
valleys,
downs.
ups and downs, ins and outs, dogs and cats living together.
Lots of malarkey.
So much malarkey on these picks. She picked the Raiders over the Chiefs. The Chiefs blew out the Raiders. That
Yep.
score was 40-9. She picked the Eagles over the Dolphins. That was another upset, I think.
That was a huge upset.
And nobody expected the Dolphins to beat the Eagles.
And they put up a ton of points. That was a wild game.
She picked the Jets over the Bengals. The Bengals finally won a game.
First game
They
of the
did.
season.
They are now
were just
1-11.
I think they were like one day away from going an entire year without winning a game, and then they
Yeah,
won
they-
like 364
And a
days.
decisive win, 22-6. Bengals had a great weekend. That guy finally gets to come down off the roof of his restaurant. Remember the guy that was
Oh,
sitting
yeah,
up
that's
there?
right, yeah.
That dude gets, well, I say gets to. He's probably like, I talked to my wife now.
Just glad it's over, really. I was stuck. You know, they held me up to my word, and I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say there wasn't. There was times where I really wanted to come down,
Nobody
but
held him.
my buddies, they would never let me live it up. I thought I was going to
Live it
there
down,
all
stupid.
season.
They would never let me live it up. This guy's so much
he
malarkey.
sleeping up there?
I don't know. He's good doing everything. Is that a Cincinnati accent? What do I hear there?
I don't
Yeah.
hear anything.
Is that like bluegrass
Might be
mixed
Play
with?
it again.
Huh? That ain't Kentucky. I'm just wondering if there's a Southern Ohio accent that I'm unfamiliar with.
It sounds a little. It's like a slight southern accent.
Mm-hmm.
My sister-in-law's from something with a Pomeroy, Ohio, way
Okay.
down on the river, and she's got like a slight. It's not as
a little twang.
yeah, a little twang.
Okay. My friends would never let me live it up. Maybe the oxygen was thinner up there on his
Maybe.
restaurant rooftop. All right, let me break. I'll have more Christmas Kwanzaa tickets for you after 4 o'clock. Bill Squire's big holiday show is going down the 29th of this month at the Agora. You can go to agoracleveland.com. You want info on the tickets, but I'll have a pair for you. Also, later on, more 3-day weekend passes to Sonic Temple. They've just announced the full lineup. That's going to go down in May in Columbus. 2 nights with Metallica,